Okay, uh, I got a lot of messages on some uh, Twitter, on my Twitter, on my Facebook, on my Instagram, and at the same time on my channel. A lot of questions that people are trying to ask me with, and today I'm just taking this time. At least I have to answer your people about what you've been asking me. So most of the people were asking me that when and how did I become a music producer, and why have I quit it from singing, and then I turned into a music producer. But the fact is, I just want to clarify for you today that I'm still a singer, and at the same time, music producer, audio engineer. So what I'm currently doing is I am focusing so much onto audio production. So what I'm trying to tell you is, let me come back to where I started my music career. I started my music career a long time ago anyway, entering in a studio. I started in it in 2007. That was in Narua, in Audio Wave Records. That is DJ Ronnie, the producer, the sound engineer behind that studio is called DJ Ronnie. I think, yeah, people who were in those time actually knows him. People like James Kennedy, power stars of Moyo and Ajumani, and then the hit maker, like this guy made this song which is Nikonya Barangwa, for people in Ajuman and Emadi in Thailand. So that's the guy behind my first production. I started singing from his studio. Then from there, what I did is like we actually made one album. The album is called Bate, and we had our crew which was called Mama and Sons. I think everybody knows that so much, and I'm just trying to tell you I'm still alive. A lot of people thought that maybe I'm not even existing, but I am the one. It's only that I've changed. Things keeps on changing, so we keep on changing. I am the only one who is still kicking off with the crew, but I've changed the crew name. So right now I'm calling my crew name. It's like I've named it Grandfather Music, because I am the only grandfather who is left for you as a music engineer, in a music engineer. So I'm still around. I'm not dead, and I'm still in the system. I haven't quit yet. So what you people have to know is I am around. I am cooking for you music, and I'm still a singer. So when it comes to how I started music anyway a long time. Like those days when I used to be in primary, like when I was in Tororo, we were in a music group, a school musical group. Then when I came to Gulu at the same time, when I was in Kasubi Army, I was also there in the same thing. So I don't know who actually, who took Gulu up to UBC to actually show people how we the Northerners can do. So I was one of the part who was there, who was in the system. So I'm trying to tell you that I started it a long time. So it's not that I've started it recent, but I started it long time. That's why I am what I am right now. I have no panic. I don't panic with the music, and I'm just trying to actually stay very firm wherever I sit, wherever I go. I am very firm. That's why I started it long time. So I'm telling you, people who are outside there, it's not easy to start, but it's easy to lose the game. So that is how I started music. So my audio production kind of thing, me becoming a music producer doesn't mean that I've quitted from singing. I am a singer. I sing my song. I still have a lot of songs. It's only that I'm not putting it to the local, but I'm putting it to the international scene. When I put my songs on YouTube when the locals doesn't really access it. Yeah, I know sometimes people will forget about me, but the fact is I am still singing, and the songs that I'm singing, you've changed the style. I'm trying to focus on international style, but still I have the local style. Uh, you make sure, like when you want to get my songs, you make sure you subscribe to my channel. That is Think Entertainment at JOSEFA there. So that's where you'll get everything, even how I teach people how to do music, how to sing, advices. You just get them in my YouTube channel. So that's where you'll get whatever you want from me. You will get them from there. So don't worry, I'm around for you in case you want my need. Yeah, you can still uh, get me on my WhatsApp, on my Facebook, on my Twitter, on my Instagram, and then we just communicate. We don't need to forget ourselves. On production site, I started it most particularly in 2015. Yeah, that's when I quitted from a job when I was working in Juba, that's South Sudan. Yeah, of course, after when I started when I sat in senior 4, being a hustler doesn't stop. So I went to Juba to hustle, but I went with my dream of not quitting away from music. So when I was even at work, but I still kept on thinking on how I can really come back to my music career. That's why when I was working, I had to really do what? Keep on actually maintaining my dream. So when I left my work, I actually thought of coming back. Then what I did is I just went to music school. That is ESOM. I did my sound engineering in ESOM. Yeah. Though when I was going there, I had some of the ideology of making beats, but I just went to add it in a professional way. So I just thought it was a little bit wise enough for me to go and add some knowledge from ESOM. So when I went there, I did it, and I just came back and at the same time started working with Streetlight Records. That is a studio for Compo Crew. You know those guys, they are good. And those were my friends, and up to now they are still my friends. So that is how my production went. In fact, I got a lot of talent. My experience, let me talk of my experience from Streetlight Records, and I'm the first person behind that studio. So from there, sometimes we don't need to keep ourselves in one place. I again at the same time thought of moving. These guys, let me see, Nova Records, yes. These guys also, okay, they got me from Kampala. I was in Kampala in some studio. That is Fox Records. I was there, but then, since Nova Records wanted help, and I thought wisely, at least, I have to go and work where my families are nearby, so that anytime I want, I can just come easily. So I made a deal with them. What they did is like sent me transport from Kampala to Adjumani, and then when I came back, I went to work with Nova Records, which was in the camp. So again, at the same time, what happened is the guy had to take Nova Records to Biogerere, which is in Kayunga district. So I also went there. I made some tracks for some guys, but family is the biggest deal. So I actually thought, yes, I have to be with my family. When I thought of being with my family, then I again have to leave the studio. After leaving the studio for Nova Records, I have to come back. Then what I did is I hustled, created my own studio, which is Rafiki Records, and right up to date, I'm still working in my own studio. I am the CEO of Grandfather Entertainment, at the same time Rafiki Records. So that is a little bit about my changes. You know, people thought that I am out of the music scene, but no, I'm still around. As I told you, you can visit my YouTube channel, which is Think Entertainment at JOSEFA there. You'll get everything about me because I am doing everything on YouTube right now, so you have to be there. I just love you, everybody, and we need to always not forget ourselves. Like when we are doing our thing, we should always think of how we used to be important to ourselves from the beginning up to the end. So let's love ourselves. I love you so much. This is just a very small tip about JOSEFA there. I'm still alive. I'm still kicking. Very, 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 very hot this time in music. And anyone who just want to follow my path, the only clip that I'm just trying to say is like, you have to be a focused person with your career. So don't play around with your career. You make sure you have to hold it tightly. So I just love you. Thank you so much. Respect.